Echoes of the more talked about Nasarawa Investment Summit in Lafia. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, former President of Ghana John Mahama, President of Dangote Groups Aliko Dangote, and other well-meaning Nigerians are gathered here. The aim of the summit is to showcase to potential investors the investment opportunities in the state.
The summit is therefore aimed at positioning Nasarawa State in the investment destination among the 3 top most competitive states in Nigeria, inshallah, by the year 2023. It is also aimed at promoting investment opportunities and fostering synergy as well as partnerships between government institutions and the private sector, who are critical players in the socio-economic development of our own society. It is pertinent to state that, as a state, we have been very deliberate in stimulating our economy, building human capacities, creating wealth, and generating employment in the state. It is for this reason that when we assumed office in 2019, we constituted the State Economic Advisory Council, which is actually chaired by none other than Professor Koyinsola Ajayi, SAN, and other highly respected members, both within and outside the country, with the objective of providing strategic guidance and support to this government in promoting economic development and attracting investment into Nasarawa State. I'm happy to inform you that recommendations of the Council has actually resulted to the development of the Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy and subsequent establishment of the Nasarawa State Investment Development Agency, NASIDA, under which the auspices have gathered here.
Our hope here in Nasarawa State is that it becomes one of the largest economies, not in Nigeria, but in Africa. And with all of us here, we are certain that this truly will be achieved. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nasarawa State welcomes you. I'm sure you know that the most important and the most beautiful tourist attraction in Nigeria, in Africa, is in Nasarawa State. If you turn to page 22 of your program, you will see the falls of Nasarawa State, and it speaks to the eloquence of the beauty. It speaks to the force of nature. It speaks to the gift that the Almighty has given this state, that is representative of the different religions and of the different peoples that we have in this great country, as represented by the people of this great state.
The state government believes this would be achieved through the various sections of the summit.
Is we design what we want, we know exactly what it is, we know the kind of people we have, and we know we have the great potentials in Nasarawa State. That's why we continue to focus in the areas of our competitive advantage: agriculture, agriculture, agriculture. Mining is second. Agriculture is not only the biggest employer of labor, it's actually the low-hanging fruits for us. We have the land, we have the water. River Benue has been very kind to us in Nasarawa State, and those are the things that we pick. So we pick our competitive advantages. Education-wise, we prepare our people. I have my brother, the Vice President of Naseni, who is here, actually, who have all the support, from the technical side. So we have our other brother, Lazarus Ambazu, doctor, who is also heading the infrastructure development agency. So these are all the things where we use our competitive advantage in order for us to get to where we are. And I think we have the people who are willing, and we have the people, who are determined to make Nasarawa State great. And that is where we are going.
The development trajectory, the development process is almost template. There are certain things you must do for you to develop, either as a country or as a state. And as you can see from what has been happening since His Excellency Governor Sule took over in Nasarawa, he's focused on the issues that are core and germane to engendering development. For us in Edo, just like for you in Nasarawa, we know that the biggest and most important resource we have as a state is our people. And that resource is so critical today because almost 70% of that population, the demographics of our population, of our people, is skewed towards young people, the young people. And therefore, if you don't invest in them, if you don't invest in people, then what is the whole purpose of infrastructure? What is the whole purpose of our existence? You are not likely to get the kind of quality of growth if we don't invest in our people, which means investing in education.
The federal government attests that a collaboration has begun with the state government to maximize its investment opportunities.
A rough diamond, as Nasarawa State's investment prospects have been described, has potential value, but only shines after polishing. And just as there are many facets to a diamond, so are there many sides, I believe, to the potential for investment in this state. As the home of solid minerals, there's a lot of scope for building a successful mining industry in Nasarawa State. The range of available minerals is quite impressive. Coal, clay, lead, zinc, gemstone, silica, granite, tantalite, marble, limestone, etc. So many, and such a huge range, and which is why it is rightly described as the home of solid minerals. But the effort required must involve a deliberate collaboration with the federal government. That cooperation has started with the state working closely on enforcement of regulations with the Ministry of Mines and Steel. But there's a long way to go, especially with controlling illegal mining and a sustainable plan with the federal government for the beneficiation of these minerals. This is a crucial national project.
Other business tycoons and economic experts believe that Nasarawa has what it takes to be on the global map of investment destinations.
I wish to state that Nasarawa State is moving in the right direction. I commend Governor Sule and his team for all the structures you have put in place. The Nasarawa Economic Advisory Council, the Nasarawa State Investment Development Agency, the Ease of Doing Business Secretariat, the Council on Enabling Business, and I'm impressed just today in listening to the ingenious Small Claims Court, because litigation is one of the most serious drawbacks on investment. Litigation is expensive and tedious, and so being able to fast-track business disagreements through small claims courts, I think, is a very good example.
An investment summit which aims to expose potential investors to the broad spectrum of investment opportunities in the state is clearly an important and necessary requirement for a state that is committed to promoting, facilitating, and enabling social, economic development and improving the quality of life of their citizens. But while such a summit is important and necessary, it is by no means sufficient to achieve the desired goal. There are three other vital requirements. First, there must be a committed and focused leadership with a clear vision for the people and an effective strategy for execution. Secondly, there must be a well-thought-out institutional framework that enables the creation of a sustainable, conducive business and investment climate. Thirdly, the state must develop a credible, comprehensive development plan that identifies the investment opportunities and projects, prioritizes them in line with socio-economic development objectives, and backs them up with supportive public policies and regulations that make these investment opportunities competitive vis-à-vis similar projects in other investment destinations. Now, here is the good news. For I can say with confidence that Nasarawa State has in place all the three requirements that promises to guarantee the attainment of the goals of this summit. First, I can claim with all humility that the state has the leadership with the vision and commitment to achieve it. For those who may not know, as what was announced by the MC, His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, was actually one of the visionary leaders that made the success of Dangote Group possible.
You take a look at what is now happening in Nasarawa State. The multinational investors in the agricultural sector, you cannot but appreciate the effort. You need to see, you go around to see what's happening in the area of agriculture to appreciate the level of manpower that it is mobilizing to be able to provide employment opportunities for our children. We have always talked about solid minerals. In fact, one time, the name Nasarawa State was synonymous with the home of solid minerals. Until recently, we've not been able to capture the funds. We've not been able to get the investors to come to the state to exploit what we see and know as solid minerals in the state.
I would like to say that if it's about investment, you are very much at home in Nasarawa State. Nasarawa has unlimited opportunities, but I will restrict myself to only two, which any investor can make the best out of as far as business is concerned. One is agriculture, and already we have a conglomerate like that of Dangote given meaning to the potentials that we have in Nasarawa State. It's not only increasing food production, but creating employment opportunities for thousands of people in Nasarawa State. We thank you. We also urge other investors to borrow leaf from Dangote. I would also like to emphasize on a very vital sector that any investor cannot overlook, and that's the solid mineral sector. Nasarawa State is known as the home of solid mineral. It's not just mere saying. It is authoritative that Nasarawa State has a limited number of solid minerals.
This summit will translate to a growth in the economy of the state and expand its revenue sources.